In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the specially merciful. This is part 3 of actions of the heart. Anytime there is the intention to perform a bad deed, then the person is punished for it, whether it was before this action or his action or after it. So if a person commits a sin and then intends to do it again when he is able to, this is the person who insists on committing sins, and he is punished for this intention even if he does not commit the sin. Some of the actions of the heart. Intentions. Its meaning is similar to the meaning of will and goal, and a deed is not accepted or sound except with it. The Prophet ﷺ said, actions are only judged according to intentions, and every man shall only have that which he intended. This is mentioned in both Al-Bukhari and Muslim. Ibn al-Mubarak, may Allah be pleased with him, said, it may be that a small action is increased by intention, and it may be that a great action is lessened by intention. Al-Fudayl, may Allah be pleased with him, said, Allah only wants from you your intention and will. If the deed is done for Allah alone, then it is called a sincere deed. This is when it is done for Allah alone, without anyone else having any portion of it. If it is done for other than Allah, then it is called showing off, hypocrisy, or other than that. A beneficial note. All people are going to fall into destruction except those of knowledge. And all of them are going to fall into destruction except those who act upon their knowledge. And all of them are going into destruction except those who are sincere. The first duty upon every servant who wants to obey Allah is to know his intention, and then he has to correct it through acting upon it, after knowing the reality of truthfulness and sincerity. To act without having an intention is hard work that brings no benefit. Having the intention without sincerity is showing off, and sincerity without faith is a waste. Actions are 3 types. Number 1 is sins. Having a good intention while committing a sin does not make it a good deed. Rather, if you have a bad intention, your sin will be greater. Number 2, permissible things. There is nothing that is permissible except that a person has one or more intention for doing it, and it is possible to make it into a good deed. Number 3, good deeds. They depend on a person's intentions concerning their acceptance and being multiplied. If a person intends to show off, then they become sins and a minor shirk, which could lead to a major shirk. There are 3 types of showing off. When showing off is the basic reason, for doing a deed, this is shirk, and the deed is destroyed. Number 2, the deed is done for Allah, but the intention of showing off enters into it. If the end of the deed is not based on the beginning of it, like charity, then the beginning of it is accepted and the end is rejected. If the end of the deed is based on the beginning, like prayer, then there are 2 possible situations here. A, that the person fights against this intention to show off and turns away from it. It will not harm him. B, that the person submits to his desires. This will destroy the good deed he was performing. Number 3, that one fears after the completion of the deed that he did it to show off. This is merely whispering from Satan and has no effect on the deed or the one who does it. There are other inconspicuous ways which may lead one to show off in one's action, so you must know them and be aware of them. And we will talk about them in our next part. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.